Today we're cooking a duck, the easiest way. And then we're gonna serve it in a rice paper roll with homemade hoisin sauce. Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite cooking channel. If it's your first time here, I hope you like it. And if you do, subscribe. Today, we're cooking a duck. Let me bring her out. There she is. Isn't she a beauty? Now this might sound intimidating, like cooking a duck, but trust me, it is ridiculously easy. This is gonna be the easiest recipe you have ever tried out, and it works every single time. You will have the crispy outside skin, you'll have the juicy meat within. It's perfect. Now, all I need you to do is follow my simple steps. Like, the instructions are really, really easy. I'm gonna write them down in the description below underneath the video, but we're gonna talk it through. We're gonna do this together. You and me and her. So first things first, if you can buy a fresh duck, do that. If you only have a frozen available, that's also fine. Just make sure to defrost her in the fridge. And now we move on to step number 2. We need it to be cleaned. We don't want any of the insides to be inside. So clean. And all of the weird and kind of funny bits, remove, cut them off, slice them off, as with the wings. I chop them off, I'm gonna use them, I'm gonna throw them into the baking tray. Now, before we get cooking, and we will cook her low and slow, we need to season her in advance, preferably a day before cooking. We're gonna massage her. We're gonna show us some love and some appreciation on the outside, underneath the drumsticks, everywhere you can go. Salt and season inside the bird. Don't be stingy on the seasoning, because this will really, really flavor not only the skin, but the inside. And we want her to be delish. Now all we need, and this is where it gets like stupid simple, we need salt. I have this like pink Himalayan situation going on, and we need Chinese 5-spice. I never use this anywhere else. I don't know why, but I love this stuff with the duck. Let me tell you the ingredients just in case you don't have them mixed together at home. So this is ground star anise, ground cinnamon, ground fennel seeds, ground black pepper, and ground cloves. That's all you need. And the duck loves this stuff. So now I'm gonna sprinkle her generously everywhere and all over the place. Then I'm gonna cover her in some plastic, and she's gonna chill in the fridge for a day, and I will see you tomorrow. And we're back. Okay, so she was in the fridge for about a day. I just took her out, and the plan is as follows. My oven is already preheated. It's 160 degrees. So we are going to cook her on a lower temperature for a longer period of time. Let's call it low and slow. So the idea is, ducks are different depending on, where you bought her, if she's a free-range gal or not. But what they all have is underneath the skin, they have a layer of fat. Now what we want to do is you want to melt that fat. It's going to make the meat juicy, and everything excessive is going to drip down into this. So we're actually going to bake her in this form, but I'm going to put her onto this wire rack. So that's gonna allow air to freely circulate around the duck. So what we're gonna get is all the fat is gonna be on the bottom of this thing, and the duck is gonna be super, super, super crispy outside. Now we're gonna put her in the oven. I'll show you what I'm gonna do in a second. And we're gonna leave her alone for about 2.5 hours. And I will see you, we'll check up on her in 2.5 hours and we will discuss. I'll explain what we're looking for, and if necessary, we'll give her some more time. Guys, it's been 2 hours and 45 minutes, and let me show you what we got. Now, there are a few things that I want to draw your attention to. First of all, look at all of the fat that is in the form. This is really, really important that we need to render out all the fat from the duck so that you have this, listen up, crispy layer. 20 minutes ago, the skin was still wet. The minute you hear like a crispy outer shell, that means that all of the fat has drawn out, it's in the pan down here and not under the skin. Another very important point is you can see the bone. You see the meat has kind of moved up and opened up the bone. This is a very good sign that she is totally ready. Now what we do, I'm gonna take it out and just let her rest. Don't touch the duck for at least 15 minutes. You need to let it chill. In the meantime, we're gonna prepare the veg and we're gonna make our own homemade hoisin sauce. Cooking a duck and making your own hoisin sauce might sound intimidating and overwhelming, but trust me, it is really, really simple. Now, the duck is resting, we're gonna make the sauce and prep the veg. What usually goes inside like a Peking duck? You will have some finely sliced cucumbers. We're gonna prep them now. We're gonna use the white part of a leek, and we're gonna roll the roll using these rice papers. And then we're gonna get rice paper hoisin duck rolls. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna show you how I wrap mine, but first things first, we gonna make the sauce. Now she's special. Now my homemade version uses only 5 ingredients, and you probably already have them in your kitchen. Everything's very simple and clean, so to say. Now I have a jar of like store-bought Peking duck sauce, and it says it has no MSG, no preservatives. But let me read you the ingredient list, just so you know why to choose the homemade version. And trust me, this is so much better. It tastes much better. Let's go. Ingredients. And I'm really sorry if I'm gonna pronounce something wrong. Sugar. Number 1, it means there's most of it. Sugar. Bruh. Fermented soybean paste, water, salt, soybeans, wheat flour.
Water, tomato paste, salted plums. Xanthan.
2 hours later.
Flavor enhancers.
Bruh.
Disodium inosinate, disodium I can't even pronounce what's in the sauce. Now my sauce, we're gonna use some peanut butter, we're gonna use some rice vinegar, we're gonna use some sesame oil, this is from toasted sesame seeds, some soy sauce, some Chinese 5-spice, it's the stuff that's on the duck, some dates to sweeten it up, and garlic. That's it. Super clean, super easy, super healthy. Now all we have to do, we're gonna start with the sweetener. I'm using dates, but you can totally use plums, like prunes, because I think that's usually the base for the Peking duck sauce. Now, if mine are medjool dates, they're very juicy and thick, so I'm not gonna do anything with them except for remove the pit and throw them into a blender. But if you have like really dried and exhausted plums, you can hydrate them by just adding some boiling water and let them sit for 5 minutes. They will become a bit more, eager to talk. And then when you add them to the blender, but don't chuck, don't throw away the water. You might want to add some of that to thin the sauce. Let's get blending. So this is the setup. First of all, I'm gonna add some water over here. This is where the rice paper rolls, the rice papers themselves are gonna go. It has to be warm to the touch. Not boiling and not like room temperature, but warmer than that. So we take a piece of rice paper. I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it, just so you can see step by step. So this is what they look like before. They're quite, strong and tough. You have to put them in and just let them chill, swim around for maybe 10 to 15 seconds. After that, I'm taking it out. I'm gonna pat it dry a little bit against the plate and place them here. Now, down below goes the sauce. On the sauce, we're gonna put the onions and the cucumbers and some duck. Make sure to get some pieces of skin in there. And then we roll. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Maybe you have a better way of rolling them up. Let me know in the comments below if you do. And we're gonna eat. Sometimes, just to add some more fiber and crunch, I add a little lettuce leaf inside. Come, let me show you. So we know that they're ready when they become a bit more pliable. Have a look at this. You see I can do this, and it's already softer. So you carefully take it out and just get rid of some of that excess water that you really don't need. Place it on a plate, even it out. Then we take some sauce in the middle, and then just kind of spread it out. If you like, you can definitely thin out the sauce, but I like it when it's nice and thick. Now we take some of the onion. I'm never stingy with the vegetables. We take some cucumber. Some people like to get rid of that middle part, which is a bit more moist, but I actually enjoy it. There we go. Now the duck. I want some duck meat. And then let's take some pieces with the crispy skin. Just for that crunch. I mean, we want different textures in here. There we go. So we have everything piled in the middle. Now, I like to take one edge and just fold it over. There we go. Then the one closest to me goes over. Now this edge. And now we carefully roll. Et voila. And then you just place the ready one over here. Now you don't have to roll them up into these little summer rolls. You can just eat the duck on its own with the sauce, without the sauce. Maybe I should come up with a recipe of a nice duck salad where you use this dressing as well. Let me know if you want one of those. Maybe you noticed when I was baking the duck, in the little pan itself, I had the wings and all those other bits lying around. They turn into these delicious, crunchy, insane flavor bombs, which I love to munch on. And also, the duck fat, don't you dare get rid of that. That is liquid gold. Let me know again in the comments below if you want me to share a recipe of how I cook potatoes and duck fat. It's so good. I usually keep that stuff in a jar in my fridge for when I need some flavored cooking oil. That's exactly what you need. It's not even cooking oil, it's cooking fat, like lard. It's delicious. Do you know what this is?
What?
Do you know what it is?
Rice paper?
It's a rice paper. What's inside?
Chicken?
That's a duck.
A duck?
It's a duck. Do you like the sauce?
I love the sauce.
It's really good.
It is great.
You like it? Good stuff? You can take some duck and just serve it without the little rice paper thing.
It's great.
Do you like it with the rice paper roll? Or do you just want to eat it separately?
I really liked it with the rice paper roll.
You do? It's nice. You know what you can do? You can serve it in little lettuce tacos or in big tacos. Tortillas. In flour tortillas. You can dip it in the sauce if you like. I should make a crispy fried rice with the leftover duck and the sauce and the veg and these bits. There's like a dog going crazy outside. Anyway, if you stuck around till the end of the video, thank you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is so good.